We all had experiences when we felt like giving up when something got a bit too hard. Learning a new skill, making those sales calls, continue to make YouTube videos, whether it's hitting the wall when you're running. And let's talk about why this discomfort, this difficulty is actually a good thing. Excuse the golden hour. It's quite difficult for me to stare at the camera because the sun is literally right there, but we're gonna go through it anyways. Right. When you're working out, the first few reps, you don't actually make any progress. It just feels quite light. There's not much intensity or effort when you put it onto it. But when you're going towards the end, when you're going towards failure, this is where a majority of the growth is actually made, and things are becoming increasingly more difficult to actually move. When you think you're done at like rep 10, but your PT's pushing you to go to rep 14. So these 4 more extra reps is where majority of your gains are actually made. The same could be said when you apply to any area of your life. Let's say making YouTube videos. When things are easy, you're not really making any progress. This is constantly changing. You're constantly adapting. You're constantly progressively overloading. So for me, right at the very start, for me literally just to sit down and press record and start speaking to a camera was literally around 10 to 14. Like this is where majority of growth was made. Like I was literally feeling like failure. But now, this is quite easy. And now my next step, for example, I actually got an external mic, so this is quite difficult for me. Now I have the extra pressure of making sure that the external mic is on and all of that is done, then making sure that the videos are better, making sure that my energy levels are a bit more higher when I'm not speaking like a corpse. Like make sure I have some sort of external lighting. In this case, we have a beautiful sunset. And okay, let's zoom out a little bit more. So for example, if you're new to the gym and then you come in and you're not really going to go up to the deadlift bar, put like 200 kilos on and try and deadlift that. This is just fucking stupid. The same could be said when you compare yourself for somebody who's been doing this thing for like 2-3 years. Let's say content creation. You compare yourself to somebody like Matt Davella or Ali Abdul who's been doing this thing for like 4, 5, 6 years. Obviously they're better. They've been actively, progressively overloading and getting better rep after rep. So you have to start and slowly get better, slowly, progressively overload. And after a while, you too will be able to do a 200 kg deadlift. And then you're able to do it for reps, just like those guys are now. And back to the point, when things get difficult, this is actually good. This is how you know you're actually growing and learning. Let's start to reframe the things which are difficult. Maybe you're actually running away from them. You're trying to find ways of distracting yourself from them. Actually go physically and do those things, because this is how you know you're actually growing and learning and expanding. You're flexing that muscle and then you're going towards failure, progressively overloading. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, I'll go another video right here about my biggest takeaways from making 20 YouTube videos. Okay, I'll see you again next week. Bye.